Hey guys, we're back again with X on the Beach, season 5. We're at episode 7, I believe. All right. Last time we had Kira, Kira, Darren, and Bryce going to the beach to see who turns up. All right. Oh. All right. Nicole was actually kind of nervous because Bryce was going down to the beach. I didn't think she felt that way about him. But hey, and David was actually nervous about Kira going to the beach because her ex could possibly show up. So, okay. First one to show up is Kira's ex right here. See? Emily, body looking right. Saying, have you on the makeup on the face, but otherwise pretty decent, you know, looking good. I believe they met on Love Island. Yes, they met on Love Island, but they both ended up with different guys and went their separate ways. Afterwards, I guess they broke up with those guys and then got back together for a little bit on some sort of vacation together. Seems more like a fling type thing where they're just having fun, party girls together kind of stuff rather than an actual relationship. But hey, it's whatever. Do what you do. Right. So she shows up and Kara right away just welcomes her and happy to see her. And she doesn't want to mention the fact that she's been hooking up with David. So she kind of kept that a secret. All right. And she was saved by the bell because the next ex showed up and it's Bryce ex. And it is another Nicole. And this one is Nicole O. And as you can see, not bad. Nice, nice chest area there. Sort of old lady legs, but her roots. Not the best choice, this one, but yeah, I don't know. She's sort of attractive. I don't know. I don't find her that attractive. She looked good here. She looked really good over here, but this is like her mom. This is this lady's mom over here, but it's the same person. All right, so that's Bryce's ex. She shows up and she wants to get back with Bryce because he was a really nice guy when they were dating. He was very supportive. Sounds like a wife, to be honest with you. But hey, we're in 2022, so new sort of style we got going on. All right, so Bryce is actually excited to see her. I mean, why wouldn't he be? Like, barely anybody's really paying attention to Bryce, and the only girl he got to pay attention to was Nicole, and now you got an ex showing up. Now he's center of attention from both girls. So, you know, why not? Why shouldn't he be excited? Good on you, Bryce. So Bryce right away admits to Nicole that he was getting to know a girl named Nicole back at the villa. And Kira took that chance to admit to Emily that she was seeing David. All right. Emily didn't seem, she was like, she didn't find David a threat. She didn't really care because I think she had a lot of confidence from the fact that Kara is very attracted to her, but she seemed like the kind of person that if she doesn't have that sort of validation right away that someone is into her, she's not going to risk rejection. She's very confident when she knows all the chips are on her side of the table, but otherwise wouldn't be. It's sort of like I don't know, just like she has an ego when she feels a certain type of way, but to me, she seems like the kind of person that would crash and burn the moment things don't go her way. It's a very volatile and unstable individual that would probably have a lot of insecurities, and it just that's just my impression of her from just hearing her talk and the kind of stuff she had to say. All right, and we had a moment here with Elias. He took his ex Rhiannon aside to have a conversation with her. Let's see right here. He took her aside to have a conversation with her, and his main concern was pretty much he wanted to let her know, he wanted to ask her if we're good and if anything is going to be happening with us, or are we just going to be friends? And she said, no, why would you say that? No, we're good, we're friends. Why would you say that? He said, oh, no, I'm just confirming. She was like, are you sure you didn't just, you wanted something to happen? He's like, no, I'm just making sure that we're good. And you don't mind if I go and see someone else. And if you do the same, it's fine. I just want us to be supportive as friends. You know what I mean? Just leaving that line of communication open, very mature, like it. So he did that. And she said, no, it's fine. We're friends. I support you. And behind closed doors, when she was speaking to the camera by herself, she says, if someone comes in and he wants to go see someone, I'll wrap him up in a bow and send him off. So she seems like she's good with it, and they're friends, and they're restored their relationship as just friends. So Bryce sort of had a private conversation with Nicole O that just came in the house, and they were just, he was just talking about the fact that he's actually surprised how excited he is to see her, and just I don't know. There wasn't much to their conversation. They were just talking, catching up, that kind of stuff. Then Kira and Emily had a conversation. I mean, they didn't really talk about much. It was just mainly surface stuff, and Emily was just pitching that she wants to kind of see what's going to happen with them, and they never really dated officially and made anything official, and she just wants to see where it goes and all this stuff. Yeah, and Carol's just doing her normal political stuff where she's just kind of listening and nodding and just not letting any of her feelings really known. I don't know. She could be a genuine nice person, but it's very hard to trust someone like that. Every time I see Kara and I see her talk, I'm just like, sneaky individual. So back in the house, Darren came back to the house first, and she lets everyone know that two exes showed up, Emily and Nicole. So now David is worried, and other Nicole is worried. So. Right. So, but when they came to the house, everyone kind of welcomed them in. But when Elias, see him right there, when he saw Emily, started licking his lips a little bit. You know what I mean? Can't blame him. She looking right. I'll say I'm not mad at him. So you know, he's licking his lips a little bit, and right away, Rhiannon gets upset. So she got upset. So he says, oh, I'm Elias, and this is my ex, Rhiannon. She got pissed about that as well. Because apparently he didn't refer to her as his ex-wife, even though she's been referring to him as her ex, and she is his ex, and they haven't been married in a long time, and they were friends after that. So he didn't do anything wrong, but she's upset because she still doesn't want to admit she wants to get back with him. Instead of admitting that, she's just bullshitting her way through and just using her feelings as a way to sort of batter this man instead of just admitting what's really going on. All right. So that happened. And David is just sort of walking around the house. He doesn't know what to do because Emily and Kira just kind of like all together now, and they're sort of talking, and they're always together. And he's just left not knowing what to do, how to interject himself in this situation. Brandon is going around the house, pissed off, talking to everybody about how Elias disrespected her and all this stuff. And I guess she gave him time until the next day to come and apologize to her. And he didn't do it because he had nothing to apologize for. So she confronts him about it and asks him, why didn't you, are you ready to apologize now? She asked him, are you ready to apologize now? And he said, why are you talking to me like that? Like, he was like, apologize for what? And they just went back and forth where she's mad about something that she's not really mad about. She's just using it as an excuse to cover up the fact that what she's really mad about is that she wants to get back with him. She would never admit that because she doesn't want to be vulnerable. It was very stupid, and she's just, yeah. So now she's just arguing with him, and now he doesn't like the way she's talking to him, and now they're just like, they just have issues. Bryce goes up to Nicole and he lets her know that even though his ex Nicole just showed up, he's still very much interested in getting to know her. So she's happy that he's that he said that, and they're back on track on whatever. Then Bryce goes to other Nicole and lets her know that he wants to get to know that Nicole, the one that doesn't look like an old lady, and that if it doesn't work out, then he can just get with her. And of course, she doesn't like that because it just makes it sound like she's a backup plan, which is, I mean, she is. The truth hurts. So I did that. Then David, for some reason, decided to set up a private date between Emily and Kira, thinking that that way they're going to know that he did that and he's not threatened. And his reasoning was kind of stupid. He's just kind of like basically just pushing them together for no reason, even though he doesn't want them to be. Is stupid. So they went on that private date together, and they're having a conversation. They're talking about their relationship. And Kara says she's worried because they both tend to choose toxic relationships, and she's worried that they might not be good together, and which makes sense that they're both toxic. And and Emily just sort of smiles about that, and she even commented that Kara's going to get bored of David because Kara's explaining how nice of a guy David is, and she's saying that Kara's going to get bored of David, which says to me that not only is Emily, well, Emily said Kara's going to get bored of David. Not only is Emily toxic, she's definitely just doing this relationship thing with Kara as an ego boost and as something fun to do. She's obsessed with the fact that Kara is so attracted to her. And I don't think there's going to actually be a relationship there. Kira wants her more than she wants Kara, and it's very obvious in their interactions. And she only really gets petty and wants to be with Kara when she feels like she's getting rejected. It just weird dynamic. And also, David is not going to be a nice guy that she's going to be bored of. David is being nice because he's trying to court her. That's how courtship works. I don't think ladies get that in their head. In the courting phase, people are not who they are. They're always showing their best side. That's not who the person is. David is not a nice guy. He's just really attracted to her in that moment, and he's showing her all that attention and all that positive side of himself. He's not a nice guy. He's definitely, even if they get together, his eyes are gonna wander to other people. I mean, it just is what it is. And probably hers too. Plus they're both pansexual or whatever. That means the options of people that their eyes could possibly wander to just doubled. So it's not a good recipe. I'm just saying. Elias is pissed about the way Rannon's talked to him, and she's pissed about the way that he disrespected her, apparently. It was stupid. All right, so everyone got together and they played some sort of game. You can see them there. Some sort of prom themed game where they all vote for each other to get some sort of superlative. I didn't really pay much attention to this one. It just seems kind of stupid. There was some drama that it caused. But I believe Ray won biggest player of the house. Ray won biggest player. Most likely to backstab. I think that went to Mike, which makes sense. Best couple, most likely to stay together, and best couple, I think, something like that. That went to what is his name? Ricky and Darren. I can't remember all of them. Who else won something? I think most likely to get back with their ex. I think that went to Nicole, the original Nicole, and most likely to leave the house with someone else. I believe that went to Elias. And most likely to become exes again also went to Rannon and Elias, as you can see right here, most likely to become exes again. And during that, they had a conversation and an argument once again about the same thing, where Elias is basically just explaining how he feels about. He was hoping that they could be friends and they can be on good, and hoping that she could recognize that he only wants the best for her and his intentions aren't negative or anything like that. And she was not having it. She was pretty pissed off. All right. So I think that's basically the highlights of that ridiculous game. Okay. Right. And after the game, Ryan was still pretty pissed off. And then we had a very interesting situation where Kara went over to talk to David, and they were talking about how much they missed each other and they missed cuddling and all this stuff. And Emily had a mental breakdown, pretty much. Just like I thought. She had all this confidence coming in, and the moment things seems a little rocky and she doesn't have everything going her way, she pretty much loses her freaking mind. Right? Just unstable individual. Just not the kind of person you want to be in a relationship with, because it's just going to be toxic. All right. And Rhiannon talked to Davon about how she was feeling about the whole getting disrespected by Elias, which he didn't really disrespect her. And she felt like he doesn't care. It's all else. It's like, it's hard to care when someone is intentionally fucking with you like that. Like, he didn't do anything wrong, and she didn't want to admit what the actual problem was. The fact was, she said it was good for him to see other people, even though she didn't want that. She didn't even express what she would actually feel and how she's actually feeling. If she just expressed that it's okay if he gets to know other people, she just doesn't want to see it in her face because she still feels a certain type of way. If she just said that, and he went on ahead and still did what he did, then I would understand. But that's not what happened. So she's pissed, and she decided to leave. And she cursed him out on the way out. And he just threw up the deuces, like, bye. So Rennan's gone. All right, and we come to the end of the line, and it's time for people to go to the beach. Who was the three chosen? The three to go to the beach was Kat, Nicole, and Ray. All right, so we'll see what happens with them on the next episode. Bye.